with Bitcoin Brian, and we're going to talk about Bitcoin. And I'm going to drink from my Donald Trump mug because he's going to be winning this election, I believe.
Good morning, Crypto Cody. Good
Good
morning,
morning.
everybody. So excited to talk about Bitcoin and other crypto related things this morning.
Yeah, man. Dude,
Yeah.
I'm really pumped about this. And by the way, I want to welcome all the new subscribers that we had last week come on to the channel. We really appreciate you guys. And if you guys got any questions or anything you guys want to talk about, put it in the comment section. I will say though, there's something weird going on with our live chat. I don't know why, but I can't really see. If you guys could put something in the live chat, that'd be appreciative because I can't seem to see anything over there. So I'm not sure what's going on with that. But once this video is posted, you can still post in the comment section, you know, requests or different things that you guys want to talk about. So
So anyway, before we say anything, Cody and I are not financial advisors,
definitely not.
and none of what we say today is financial advice.
Yes. And you probably also want to know, or they want to know, Brian, if anybody's clicking on this video, I'll tell you, it's not the thumbnail, although the thumbnail is pretty cool. But I think it's because of what the video title says. And it's quite a crazy title. And you probably are like, oh, is this clickbait?
Ooh.
Bitcoin to 100,000 this month?
Well, no, I think
Well,
it could,
the answer is yes, it is clickbait.
but could it happen?
But
And the
there's an
answer
actual,
is yes, it can
it could
happen.
happen. Yeah, exactly. Dude, this is
But
crazy. All
who
right, Brian,
knows?
pull up the chart, dude. Let's
All
let's
right.
talk about it because I think people are like, what the frig are they doing?
Yeah,
What,
I
what are they
know.
talking about?
So here's Bitcoin's chart. This is the weekly chart, and it looks
Boom!
so nice. So
Bold
here,
flag.
over here, we'll just start way to the left here. And that's, October of 2020. And here was that, 2021 bull run, right? And then this long dragged out down and then sideways and down. Here we are. Look at this bull flag.
That is crazy.
This right here, this line, whoops, the line right here, that's our flagpole, and here's the flag. That's just a massive bull flag, and it's getting ready to break out. Because as you can see, whoops, here's the all-time high right here. And we're I'll draw some lines for you real quick so it gives you a better visual.
Draw those lines, Brian.
Right? You can see we have broken above the top resistance of this bull flag,
Yep.
right? And we just have this is on the weekly. And now, what I want to see, if we have a next week's close is above this bull flag, above the top resistance line, confirming the breakout, uh, we're going to see a new all-time high.
Dude.
Now, it all depends how strong of a breakout is how high it's going to go. Because 100,000 is only right here, right? So if it breaks its all-time high, we'll just call it at 75,000. Another 33% gain, and it's at 100,000. So could it happen in October? We've seen weirder things. And I know October is the number one best performing month for Bitcoin. And the number two month is November. So I'm saying it's possible it could happen in October,
Yeah.
but I think it's definitely going to happen before the end of the year. We're
That's
going to see
that's I mean, even that
100,000
is
Bitcoin,
even that is still a very, very crazy prediction to
right?
say. I mean, because think about that, because right now we might
So,
actually see this might be the very bull flag for the first time ever, six-figure Bitcoin.
right. It
Think
could
about
be
that.
because, it's definitely the bull flag. So I went to the daily candle wicks, right? And on the daily candle wicks, you can see the line that just carries over for me. So I got pretty close. We have one, two, three. We have like 5 days that's now broken above that top resistance line,
Yeah.
breaking out of the bull flag. So I see some resistance around the 69,000 range, 69,500, somewhere in there. which we're approaching now. So far, our high we got to just under 69,000. So we'll have to wait and see what happens over the weekend. But if it breaks above 70,000, I just feel that momentum is going to carry it to a new all-time high.
Yep.
How high it goes up after that, who knows? See how violently, how much volume is behind this and volatility. So anyway, but if it breaks above,
Yeah.
that's what I think is going to happen. So it is possible. Bitcoin 100,000 at the end of October. And this could break out anytime. Who knows? Some big event spurs, a gain in the market or just what's going on. Who knows? But I really think it's possible, but definitely end of the year, $100,000 Bitcoin. That's my prediction.
Well, I'm
Cool.
pumped about it. All right, well, dude, let's take a look at can we look at the altcoin market
Sure. You want
excluding Bitcoin?
yep.
Let's see how that's following. If we're seeing maybe a potential similar bull flag that might be following Bitcoin as far as the altcoins go,
Right. Let me go ahead and share my screen here.
because that'll be interesting to find out.
All right. So here, this is the alt market total two. So this is including Ethereum. So
Oh yeah.
this is the daily, right? So you can see it's got the flag. It's coming down, but it hasn't broken out yet. I'm going to
No.
go to the weekly chart real quick. So there's the weekly. So I mean, it's lagging Bitcoin. It
Yeah.
hasn't it hasn't really broken out. Yeah, it's coming up to its top resistance now. So, and that's how usually the market goes, Bitcoin first, and then the altcoins follow. So it's we'll see what happens. If Bitcoin has a major breakout and keeps going, this is going to blow through this top resistance because Bitcoin is going to pull the whole market, just like rising waters raises all ships.
Yeah,
So,
exactly. Yep.
it's going to pull. And I think that would just blow through, and then you got a little resistance at the 1.2 trillion mark. But after that, it's,
But it's
pushing all
interesting
time high.
though. It is interesting though because the Bitcoin chart definitely looks a lot more volatile.
Like it's
Like it,
breaking out.
yeah, it looks like it's breaking out so much more than this is. But that
Right.
just makes sense because Bitcoin's always just led the pack. I mean, there's been very few times that we've seen cryptocurrencies. I'm sorry, there's been very few times that we've seen other crypto assets leading the pack. Like
Right.
we've seen Ethereum do it, we've seen Ripple do it, we've seen Bitcoin do it, but that's about it. I don't think we've really seen much more than that, honestly.
Right. I mean, there's some altcoins out there that are doing their own thing. They have already broken out and whatever, you know what I mean?
Oh, definitely.
But
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 we're
small
not in alt
market cap,
season yet, is what I'm saying though.
right.
I think alt season, here's a question though. Do you think that we are actually late to alt season, or do you think that alt season won't start until 2025 technically?
I thought out season was going to start, around this time of year, you
Yeah,
know.
that's what I
But
thought too.
but who knows? I mean, we had such a buildup, from October 23, the last year, is it the last, hold on, 2020, where am I here? Yeah, October 23 to March. Look at that buildup we had. April.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So it's just this is the alt three market, right? Total three. So this excludes Ethereum and Bitcoin. It's just the alts. So it's to me is just broke out. So again, it's going to get pulled by Bitcoin, but if we have a few more days here, right? That's the weekly chart.
Yeah,
But all of them, if you look at them, none of them have come down on the weekly chart. They haven't even come close to the 200-day moving average. The 20 and the 50-day have been working as support this whole time frame here, as you can see.
right, right.
The blue being the 20-day, the purple being the 50-day moving average. Those have been, very good, strong supports for Bitcoin or all of them. This is actually total three. But let me go to the day on the total three. And so here, yeah, see, I'd have to adjust the line.
But people
Uh,
people have been so bored with crypto lately, you know? And it's such a slow like incline is what's been happening.
Yes,
You know, and it's funny because what happens is after this months and months and months of, you know, accumulation and incline, people look back and they're like, well, how the hell did I miss that? You know, what happened? You know, and it's just like, well, this is what happens is you got to kind of think about it from a long-term stance. This is not like a swing trading thing, you know?
right.
I mean, this is not,
It sneaks up on you.
it does sneak up on you. And, you know, and the stock market does the same thing. And so does inflation.
I mean, that would be more the line. So we did already have like a breakout with the altcoin, right? It broke above. This is
Yeah, look at
minus
that.
Ethereum and Bitcoin. It broke above its top resistance. And then this is a high volume point right here, the red line, a lot of volume in that area.
Yeah, that's it's
And
trying to break
right
that
now
volume.
that's like a resistance point. As you can see, it hit it and then got bounced back down. But the good sign is this top resistance, it turned it into support. So it held as
Yeah.
support, and now it's coming back up to retest this resistance. So if Bitcoin, like I said, continues to it break out, I feel like this is going to blow through this, and really you have a little bit of resistance around this $705 billion mark. But after it breaks through this, there's a solid 10% for the alt market. It'd probably go up more. I mean, if it tests its all-time high, which I think it'll do by the end of the year, I see the altcoin market in general going up 20-25%, but it could be more. Who knows? Who knows how volatile this breakout is going to be? But its consolidation period has been uh, quite some time, from just call it March 2024. So, and we're October. That's 7 months, right? Doing the math right. So
Yeah.
7 months of just like consolidating. So anyway, I I, I think things are going to break out.
Yeah. And
One
it, you
other
know,
one I
and it
haven't
did
looked
it
at.
well. And it does for we talked about this last time. I mean, it does for election years. It breaks out.
It
And
does.
here we are in another election year. I mean, we got a couple of weeks left until well, Donald Trump becomes president of the United States of America. You like it how I said that, Brian?
I do.
Got a couple of weeks until Donald Trump becomes president.
Right.
You know, there is one person that I follow, not to get super off track here because I'm actually leading into something here, but there is one person that I follow on the other side of the aisle. You know, for me,
Who is it?
um, his name is his name is Professor Lickman, and he has this really interesting philosophy that he developed back in the 70s and 80s called the 13 Keys to the White House. And he believes that Harris is going to be president, and he's actually predicted the past seven presidential elections. I'm sorry,
Really?
10. The 10, 9 or 10, arguably nine, but supposedly the past 10. And he's predicting Harris. But
Bite your tongue.
I
Whoops.
don't know. It's
Who
interesting. But
knows?
here's what's interesting. Here's what's interesting. You know, when in crypto, when we're all like, this thing's gonna explode, this thing's going to the moon. Oh my gosh. And the whole pack of everybody is this thing is gonna go to 100,000. You know, and then there's that one, you know, that one guy that's super annoying that says, yeah, it's actually not. We're actually going to go straight into a bear market. And he's right. And he bets against the market and he wins. And everybody and the whole, you know, the whole crowd of everybody just loses. I
Right.
mean, I kind of do wonder if it's like that, where it's like everybody thinks Trump is going to win, but
Well,
maybe
they're
there's
saying Harris. Who knows? No one knows.
who knows. But, anyways, with all that being said, though, I want to
Here's a
pull this up.
Bitcoin versus Ethereum chart.
Yeah.
So Bitcoin is still showing dominance. I think it's like at 57% plus dominance in the market. So anyway, I was just going to show that real quick.
Yeah, that's fine. I got an article.
Yeah.
that came up this morning that's really interesting. That's relative to the political stuff because I cannot believe how much all of these presidential candidates prior to, the last, prior to Trump and Harris, all these presidential candidates that have been involved in talking about cryptocurrency and Bitcoin to the point where they're literally going to actual like
Events.
conventions about it and speaking about it. I mean, Vivek Ramaswamy was there. RFK Jr. was there. Donald Trump was there. There was different people from the other aisle that were there. And
Oh,
so,
definitely.
anyways, it's just interesting. So this is an article that came out in a 13-page paper. Donald Trump, crypto projects World Liberty Finance provides high-level overview on how coins can get allocated. The document. All right, let's hold on. Where is it? There's something that I wanted to actually show you that was on here that was really interesting. Okay. In what it calls the World Liberty Gold Paper, which Liberty finances of the WLF, says that Trump's family will receive 22.5 billion tokens currently valued at 337 million, based on the price of a 1.5 cent per token launched this week. It's a lot of freaking money.
Yeah.
So the
Oh,
amount of money that is being like donated to these different parties in crypto is insane.
the family will receive.
Okay, so Trump, who's yeah, da, da,
This
da,
is
da.
Trump's crypto project, isn't it?
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah.
It's WLFI token.
The
But what I'm saying is that the amount of money that's coming in to support the Trump family, specifically in crypto. This
I
guy has
know.
actually said himself that he wants to be the first crypto president. What does that mean? What does that mean? When you make a statement like that, what does that mean? Because it was not just maybe a year ago, less than a year ago, or this time last year, that he was saying the complete opposite. He was standing up for the United States dollar, and I realize that you can't compare Bitcoin to the United to a government currency, fiat currency. You can't do that. That's not
Oh,
the
you
point.
kind of can because El
Well, you can, but
Salvador
you can't. That's like
made it
comparing
their currency.
that's like comparing a fiat currency to gold. You can't
Right.
do that. You just
Yes.
can't do that. Like you can, but here's what you can do, and this is what I'm getting at as a point, is what did the United States fiat currency base its value off of before today? Gold.
Gold. Oh,
It
yeah,
was based
definitely the
off of
gold standard.
gold.
So that's another thing.
So
So,
is it possible? And I'm just throwing it out there, Brian, but
oh,
is
I
it
got something to
is
go
it
with this.
possible that Bitcoin can actually be a standard of value that we base our fiat currency off of?
So that's where I'm going, exactly
Yeah,
along that line. So the world used to be on the gold standard, and then they went to the US dollar standard. And
right.
that's bad idea. Anyway, so now if
Because
you
why else would he say
look
that?
at the
Why?
gold holdings, this is where I'm getting.
Yeah,
So the United States is the number one holding of the actual physical gold in the world. We have
right.
almost 9,000 tons of gold. The
Yeah,
next
it's a lot of gold.
closest country of gold holdings, they have like 2,800 tons. Not even
Right,
close. What
right.
we have for gold is probably equal to the other top nine, right? So it's amazing. And that to me is because more power.
Right.
So now Trump's saying that he wants to be
The
the
crypto
first
king,
crypto king is he's looking
crypto
at it as,
president.
to me, a lot of people might be looking at it as Bitcoin could be the new standard. So instead of on
Well,
the gold
I mean,
standard,
what
and
other,
that's what you're saying, we're on the
I'm not trying to
Bitcoin.
be dramatic here. I'm just like,
So
what else does
so
he
so
mean?
what does Trump want to do as the president of the United States? He wants to have as much Bitcoin as possible, just like we have the most gold.
Right. Yeah.
So I could see that, and I don't think I don't think who knows. They keep saying that all the Bitcoin that the U.S. government has confiscated off of, Silk Road or whatever the websites, and whatever they've confiscated. They say they may sell back or whatever, have an auctions for it. I think they should just hold it
Yeah.
and then build their Bitcoin reserve like they have, like we have a gold reserve.
Yeah.
Countries are going to need to have a
Well, I
Bitcoin
mean,
reserve.
I think that that is totally. I'm trying to make sense of this in my mind. What, because that's a quite a statement. I mean, like, what are the other options for
You
what he
know,
could
other
possibly
countries
mean
out
is
there are
he implements it
collecting
into our
Bitcoin.
financial ecosystem that we start using it as a payment method. I mean, I don't see that being a
No, but
thing.
it's a store of value. It's the control.
There's
I don't know.
I really don't think I think so many people think about crypto the wrong way. They think about the blockchain as in the wrong way. I think they think about it as like they're trying to compare it to a fiat currency. And it's like, and then they get all negative about it because it's like, well, this is not better. And it's just like, no, no, no.
It's different.
It's totally different with a totally different purpose. It's representing a better system than what we have right now. And we'll take voting for example, because we're coming up on that. There is way better systems through the blockchain that you could be using for voting than what
Oh
we
yeah.
currently are using for all of our ballots that we're turning in. Like there's a better system that we can use for finance securities through the
Well,
blockchain technology
I
and
I still see the blockchain technology and all of that as it's part of the same evolution that we're in right now.
right.
We're in the technology evolution, and it
Yeah.
started back in the late 80s,
Yep.
90s, right? So and then internet came out. So now with internet, dial-up modems, 28K per second speeds. And now look at us. We're like downloading hundreds of megabits per second. It's
Right.
crazy.
Oh, it's insane.
So technology has to get better, and including the banking system and everything that's using technology is evolving. And cryptocurrency and blockchain technology to me is that evolution.
Yeah.
And it's going to eventually all be, or not all, but I'd say a majority of it is going to be crypto based technologies webbed
Well, yeah,
into
I totally. I
existing
mean,
technologies
how else could
moving
it not?
forward. Right. It's
Well,
got
that
to be. It
it
has
has to
to.
be. That's just to me moving forward the best thing to do. So it's
So, and we're in the beginning stages of that changeover to
yeah.
the newer systems, the newer technologies. So a lot of people don't like change. But also, I mean, look at how much easier it is now to get involved with cryptocurrency on one shape, form, or another than it was when we first started 7, 8 years ago. Right? It's crazy 7, 8 years ago trying to buy cryptocurrency, figuring it out. You try to get an account on an exchange and you had to wait weeks. It was
Yeah.
crazy. Now
It
look how
is.
easy it is. It's just there. That's the biggest obstacle for everyday people, that everyday use is making it easy for people to interface to. Like the
Yeah.
one click button.
So yeah, I think
And,
you're
and,
right.
and that's already happening because like Apple Pay. You just scan it. Well, that can be integrated and connected to a crypto account, which eventually I instead of taking the crypto and transferring it to a US dollar, the making the transaction, eventually everybody's going to be just doing crypto to crypto transactions, I think, at times. Who knows how all that's going to work, but it's going to be as easy as just scanning my phone, like they're doing it today with Apple Pay or Google
Yeah.
Pay. So
I changed the
what'd you do? Uh-oh.
I changed look at the picture message I just sent you. I
All right.
changed the thumbnail. I'm totally changing it to that. I think it's
Yeah.
hilarious. I love it. We're changing the thumbnail, everyone,
Oh my God.
in honor of the President of the United States of America. We're changing this thumbnail. And if you like the
Uh,
thumbnail, say yes. If you don't like it, then well, whatever.
don't say anything.
Don't say anything.
But
Oh,
you,
that's so
if
good.
you, but you can if you want. That's fine.
Yeah, you can say whatever you want. I don't
Yeah,
care.
yeah.
I mean, whatever.
Just keep it PG.
Yeah. Oh man. All right. So, dude, let's take a look at Maple.
Maple.
Yeah, I'm just
All
throwing a
right. Let me.
curveball right now. Let's take a look at Maple.
You are. All right. Let's go.
Maple Finance. Anybody still investing in that? Does anybody
Ah,
want us to put any videos out about that?
I mean, I still have my holding of Maple, but I haven't bought any because I have the size of holding I like to have for that. So here's Maple.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
wow.
baby, look at that.
Look at the volatility.
That is moving up
Volatility.
now.
It is.
Look at that thing. And that's playing around with all the lines there.
So down in here, we, definitely had a bottom out. Big up, big down. Let's retest that down here again. But now it's making new higher highs and higher lows here. So, and 200-day moving average holding up as support, kind of riding through the 50 and 20-day here. But now it's broken above the 20. We'll have to wait and see what happens over the next few days on the daily chart. If it bounces off here, if it continues down. But
Oh, hey, Brian.
yes,
Just really quick. Just want to let you know, Disclosure Kids, um, is a somebody who's following us wants us to check something out. So don't we'll check that out in a second here, Disclosure Kids. So, all right,
okay.
keep going.
So I like Maple. I've always liked it. I really, again, if Bitcoin continues up, I think, like I said, rising water raises all boats. I think this 50-day moving average is going to hold for support. It might dip down below it a little bit, but then it's going to break out. And I foresee it breaking out. I don't think there's going to be too much resistance at 20, maybe just a little bit, but I think it's going to blow through that. And then our next resistance area is probably going to be $25. So I think from that area here, if it breaks out, I would just like to get another candle or two confirmation of the breakout. And then if it goes up to 20, that $25, it's 39% gain. And that could happen, let's say the end of October.
The end of October.
I don't
Yes, I
know.
love
Hold
that.
on. Let me see. Yeah, that's Thursday, October. Yeah, that's
We'll be
pushing it.
jumping up there.
I'd say the end of November,
That's
but
awesome.
who knows? Look at these wicks over here. This one wick here is, this is a good wick. It's just that's the open and close was 22%, and it went up to about 40%. And that's in one day. So
Yeah.
who knows? But I like Maple. It's definitely in a good trend. It's trending up. You can definitely see the trend up, the higher.
It's one of our it's one of our channel's favorites.
Yes. So,
Maple Finance.
all
All
right.
right. Let me slide over this for Disclosure Kid. I don't know if you're still watching, but we'll check out your coin here. He's talking about, I think it's called Gary Network.
Gary.
Am I saying that right? Gary?
Okay.
Gary Network. Here we are. So
What's so
looking at it in the
scary?
coin market cap, very high risk. First, right off the bat, I
Oh
know
my
this
gosh. I
because
like it. I like that. Let's take
1421.
some risk, baby.
Don't know anything about this, but we're checking it
Market
out.
cap, a small market cap.
It's very small market cap, very high risk. Currently, 3 years ago, it's down a lot.
All-time high is $1.05. All-time low
Okay,
was this summer.
it's got yeah,
Wow.
interesting.
So what does
30.
it do? Scroll
Well,
up.
let's take a
Where's the
look at that.
website? Hit the website
Well,
right there, lower.
I've
Oh,
got it
you
right
already have it
here.
up? All right.
Yeah, hold on. It's this one right here. World's largest Web3 audio and video live streaming platform. Hey, well, that could be really useful.
Yes.
Did you, Disclosure Kid, did you send this to us because you knew that we might be interested in
or
upgrading our technology here.
I'll leave
Oh
that to
man, look
you,
at this.
Crypto
Okay, so their
Kitty.
partnerships, they got Crack and Crypto.com. They got a lot of good partnerships. These seem to be like, I don't know what these are.
Partnership announcements.
Really interesting. So it's basically okay. So what does it have to do? Like, I want to get into like, what is it about? Let's look at what it's about. All right, our mission to
Institutional.
institutionalization the space and promote the growth and advancement of our underlying ecosystem and technology beyond the digital assets of the blockchain. The founder and CEO and chairman.
So that sounds kind of vague, but
That's super vague. You know, I will say this, and this is no offense to anybody that might like this project or Disclosure Kids who recommended it. But just because people use fancy words that I have a hard time reading doesn't mean that it's a good thing.
go back to the main page. It's so they go actually they're in
I will
Apple
say,
Store and Google. I saw it down below before you went back to the other page. I keep going. Right there. Available on App Store and Google Play.
yeah, well, that's good. I mean they do have like an auditing system.
Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn. Yeah. Let
They
me
got business staking. Okay, roadmap. Let's take a look at that. Okay, all
keep
right.
going. The
Yeah, because we've already achieved all these different things. Is that what that's saying?
yeah, go back up
We've
to the
achieved a
top.
lot.
Go back to the top real quick. Oh,
Yeah,
never
maybe
mind.
it is at the top.
No, see the dates on the left? I'm
Oh,
just
here we go. Yep. Okay, so 2021, blah, 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 2024.
2024. Keep going down. They haven't. Maybe it is. All right, you're
Yeah,
probably.
we've already achieved all this stuff. Here we go. This is what I want to see. Okay, so staking. All right. Expand staking in multiple blockchains with,
Aptosan. Implementation.
okay, audio chat. So this is basically, they are just like developing this thing. Audio chat, desktop version. So this is like the actual software development.
Wallet, multi-chain airdrop checker, wallet watcher.
On-chain quests and rewards, NFT marketplace, algorithm mining, revamp, on-chain games. You know what this kind of reminds me of? This reminds me of the development of a lot of these um DApp projects.
Yep. Scroll up to what I want to see the beginning of this one. So they've done just NFT access. All right. I'm fine. I'm good.
Yeah.
Let me see what
This reminds me so much of that. Like back when we had like I mean this thing was launched back when was this launched? I mean it was launched over 3 years ago. So I don't know. I mean I it's 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 difficult to
but one thing, it is listed. See, I find that Kraken is a more difficult exchange to get on at times, get listed on for coins.
yeah.
But
I don't really see
uh
the uniqueness of this, to be honest. Like, I think it's a cool project. It looks cool, but it's like there's so many projects that were racing to be the first to achieve all of these goals, you know?
right, but it also could possibly
And some of
there
these,
could be some big gains. Just you know how the bull market will pull coins up that really don't have a value. I'm not saying that this project doesn't have a value. I haven't done enough research to determine whether it does or not, but
well, no, I'm just
who knows?
like, but like when you look at all of the things that they've achieved right here, you read through all these things like, you know, test the blockchain, airdrop. I mean, these airdrops were back in October of 2021, November 2021, December. That's when like airdrops were becoming a huge thing
Yes.
back in that time. You also have, let's see what else. I mean, I'm not seeing anything new or anything it's just everybody was racing to do this same stuff, you know? So it's like, and there's other companies out there that other coins that actually were doing this kind of stuff. I mean, look at Tron, for example, way ahead of this.
Yes.
You know, they did all the same exact stuff that these guys are doing, you know? But so it's like, what is the main point of this? See, this is the one thing about cryptos that I find really interesting is that you have thousands of cryptos out there and they're all trying to do the same thing and achieve the same goals. And really what it comes down to is who can market their project better than the next person and then not get hacked. And like, I mean, that's like a really, really vague way to say it, but that is kind of what it is. So, I
Yeah.
mean, I don't know.
Um,
Do you have the charts on this at all? Is that something that you can pull up?
yeah, I'm looking at it right now.
Yeah, why don't
Okay.
you take a look at that? I'm not saying it's a bad project. I think it's a perfectly fine project. I just think that you got a lot of competition out there, you know?
So here's the chart right now. Let me see.
Oh, that is really on the line of
It doesn't look that good chart
volume point of
wise,
control
technically.
line. Hey, I got to
So,
check on the girls real quick, Bry.
so here's the weekly chart. Um, I might have to find a different exchange that has more data. That goes to July 2022, but on the weekly chart, you can see it got listed on Kraken back in 2022, it looks like, and it's just been going down ever since, staying below the 50 and 20-day moving average. That's on the weekly, but we'll go to the daily chart and the prices. It's just been going down. It looks like it did find some type of support down here. Uh, yeah, definitely, that 0.006 definitely was support. Looks like there's some resistance here that it's battling right now, which is the 20 and 50-day moving average. So right now, I don't like the setup of this. The 200-day moving average is way up here, but even if it breaks above the 50 here, I mean, it's still a nice gain. I mean, that could be a quick, 75, 80% gain if you did that type of trade. But I think it would have to have other things going on in the market. Bitcoin would be in a positive. The market in general would all be going up. And like I said, this would just get pulled. There is a little bit of resistance here around, 1 cent, and then probably 1.5 cents right around the 200-day moving average. So you can see, we'll see it broke up here. If it holds this and breaks up, then we'll just have to wait and see. I know I wouldn't be purchasing any right now, but that's my own personal opinion. But it's something that, if you want to get involved with it, I would be waiting and see what happens, see if I get a breakout, and then place the bet on the breakout, even, see it break above this area and place the bet. You're at a 60% gain, but a little less gain, but probably a more likelihood the trade is going to happen if you place it on the breakout after it breaks out and then ride the wave. They've always said don't worry about the top 10% or the bottom 10%. Trade in that 80% range and you'll be much more successful.
Yeah,
Anyway, so that's what I have.
I think
That's
you're
what
right
I'm
about
seeing
that.
with Gary. So,
I think you are right about that. So, yeah. Well, thanks for sharing that one. Disclosure Kids. Disclosure Kids. It's a really interesting name.
so one I've been watching, I did a video a little bit ago on it, was the CLA Pool. I always forget which chart to use, the one that has them. Here we go. So it had this nice breakout. and it's coming back down, test some support here on the 20-day moving average. So I think this thing is going to just break back out and get up to around 24, 25 cents. And then maybe if that breaks through that pretty quickly, I could see it getting up to the 31 cents in the short term. But I like Clearpool. I just built a position in it. And you can see, I did place some bets right in here after the breakout above the 200-day moving average. But I'm not selling any. I'm building a position. I think this is going to be some really big gains at the peak of the bull market coming up. So anyway,
Hmm.
that's what I got.
Hey, can you do me a
But
favor and take a look at?
I didn't share my screen when I talked all about that.
Oh, you didn't.
All
Well,
right,
maybe we
here we
need both.
go. So this is what I was talking about. Clear pool, real quick. Broke up above here. I got some on this move here after it confirmed its breakout, but I'm holding long term. I think this is going to be big in 2025. But I think right here, bouncing off the 20-day moving average, I think we're going to have another breakout here up to like 20, 24, 25 cents somewhere in there. Or maybe it could just blow through here and go all the way up to like 32 cents. So, but I like it. So if it breaks out, just say you buy on the breakout about here and it goes up to 32, somewhere at 32, that's, 65, 70% gain. So if you're trading, uh, but anyway, that's C pool, clear pool.
We love Clearpool.
Yes.
You know what else we love, Brian?
I like, who I like BlackRock, but what do you love, Cody?
You love BlackRock.
I like BlackRock, and yeah, they got 24 billion in custody now of Bitcoin. 24 billion. And
That's a lot of B.
BlackRock,
That's a lot of B's.
right? I know. And
I was gonna say
yeah,
that I was gonna say that we really love. Well, I really love Polkadot or not Polkadot. I do love Polkadot actually. No,
yeah,
you know what okay,
I've
hold on.
lost some love for the polka
All
dot.
right, okay, let's look up okay, let's check this out just for my entertainment. Can we please take a look at TIA?
TIA
I'd
USD.
like I'd like to know what's happening with TIA.
Okay.
Is anybody else like TIA here? I'm just curious. Do you guys
T
like it? Because I think it's an
I like
interesting.
it.
Oh, if you guys don't mind, could you smash the like button for us, please?
That'd be
We're trying to.
that'd be great.
Does it even help us to get likes? Probably not. I don't even know. I don't even understand the algorithm of YouTube anymore.
We're just doing it because we like to have fun. So
Yeah, we
here's
love to have fun.
TIA.
Hey, you tell us what you guys want us to look up for you. Disclosure Kid told us what to look up, so you guys need to tell us what to look up.
Right? Definitely. So here's TIA and big up to $20. And then it's been just down, 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 down. So we built our position at a good time. Didn't really sell any, still haven't sold any. But now you can now you can see it definitely bottomed out, below $4 down here in
Yeah, we're still above though. I
September.
think we bought in at $2 or something like
Yeah,
that.
two something. Yeah,
Yeah, so
yeah,
we're
we
still
bought in.
100%.
We
Still a
bought
good,
in. We
still a good
bought
time to
in.
get out, Brian. Still a
We
good time to get out.
we bought in down here. We did. It just came out, just got listed on Coinbase. Coinbase
Yeah,
is giving you the warning. This is a high risk coin. You had to accept the risk before it would let you buy it.
yeah.
So, but it's just down and down and down. But we just had, the 20-day crossover, the 50-day right here, moving average has been going up. I think if we just need to break above the $6.20 and hold it, and then we got the 200-day moving average on the daily chart. We're going to get above $7.40. But after that, it all depends what the market's going to do. But I really think we're going to see it get past its all-time high again. And
Yeah.
when it does, I think it probably was going to double its all-time high at the peak of the bull market, probably more. I think this still has a potential of being a $100 plus coin token. So what's
Yeah.
the data on that? Let me see. I got it. Oh, I got this up. I like Coin Market Cap because they have better articles than CoinGecko. It seems like sometimes. TIA. It's number 57 on the market cap.
Yeah.
I I definitely need to update my laptop. So, sorry for the death wheel here. So market cap's 1.3 billion. Fully diluted is 6 billion. So let me see. All-time highs 20. It's the
Yeah. Isn't that crazy?
total
The
supply
all-time high
1
was $20.
billion.
It's so wild to think about.
Yeah, I think this I really think, it's gonna get past its all-time high, probably be $40 coin, somewhere in there.
Well, there you go, guys.
That's, I could be wrong, but I still like it.
That's
I'm
an
still holding on
8x.
to it from where it is, the price where it is right
Well,
now. Yeah.
almost an 8x.
Yes. More like a seven.
Yeah, it's
But
like a 5 or 7
but
or a
who
6 or
knows
7.
what the market will do? I'm just looking at the price. So,
Yeah.
and
All
if it
right.
can
Now,
support it right now, if we base it on its current circulating supply of 218 million, that is a lot different. Um, so the market cap's 1.3 billion. A 7x would put it roughly at 10 billion, right?
yeah.
So, but now say this thing does, gets to $100. So that would be roughly 100. We'll just call it $6 for ease, divided by 6. Right? That would be a 16x if it got to $100. Right? Times, that would put it at a $21 billion market cap. So I think that could be possible. But the thing is, that's if they don't release any more coins. The fully diluted value right now puts it at a $6.39 billion market cap. That's like a 5x from where it is right now. So,
Yeah, that's actually
you know
really
what I
good.
mean? So you got to be careful. That's what happens. Like you look at some of these coins, like all-time high, that was back in 2021 or something. But that all-time high was based on it having 200 million coins released out of a billion. But now there's 600 million coins released out of a billion. So to get that same all-time high, sometimes it's just not possible because there's so
Yeah.
many more coins in circulation. So
Yeah. Makes
anyway,
sense.
that's TIA. Which other ones do I like?
Check out CLV.
Yeah, of
You
course,
just put a
CLV.
buy in for that, didn't you?
Yeah, I just wanted to get my costs down. All right, let me get back to
Brian's
sharing the
been
screen.
going hard on dollar cost averaging his
Yes.
his cryptos. And CLV is one of those big boys
Well,
that you
I got involved in CLV when it kind of came out on the downside of the bull market in 2021. So, and I like it. I think it's going to do some good things. So I just been dollar cost averaging ever since to lower my average cost in. So here's CLV. Again, this does not look pretty. Full disclosure. I'm buying, I bought some just because, like I said, I'm building position. I'm not worried on the downside per se because it's actually lowering my average cost anyway. So I'm just waiting for this to break out. So hopefully it will. We'll have to wait and see. It's but I like CLV. The chart does not look good right now. That's all I can say on that. Uh
I really like this. It's not doing good.
right. I believe in the coin. I haven't given up my faith in where I think it's going to go. It's just trying to wear me out right now, and I'm not gonna let it.
Wow. Stubborn.
So another one that I've been kind of just continually building is Lido, which is the staking, gives Ethereum staking liquidity.
Yep.
And also Marinade, which does the same for Solana. So I think this one's bottoming out here. It's been kind of going sideways for a little bit. I'm waiting for the breakout. So again, I've been buying this one for a while. So I've been buying some down in this area just to lower my get better dollar cost averaging into the position. So we'll wait and see. I think this is going to take off at some point. Once, I still feel we're going to have $10,000 plus Ethereum. So this is going to get definitely brought up to its all-time high at some point when that happens. And like I said, this is Marinade does the similar thing for the Solana network. And you can see it's kind of similar looking chart. This one looks a little better than Lido did to me because it's battling right here on its volume point of control. Once it breaks above that, there's resistance at the 200-day moving average, but after that, there's not much going on until it gets up to 30 cents. So that would be, if you wait for a breakout above the 200-day moving average, wait till it breaks this area, just put it right about here. And so you get to this area, that's 125% gain. And I've been hearing, like, just looking at news article headlines, a lot of stuff with Solana saying it's, getting ready to break out. So that's another one I decided to build a position on with Solana. Figure I should be involved with that a little bit anyway. But here's Solana. And this thing could be ready to take off at any point. You can see it's got back above the 200-day, 25, and 50-day moving averages, broke above its volume point of control, came back and kind of double tested it, the 200-day moving average, but now it's broken above all that. Could be a little mini bull flag going on here, but I think the next break is going to be like 185. It's probably going to shoot up to there. And then who knows? I think after that, see where the market's going. All-time high for Solana coming up. So that would be nice. And again, that's moving. This chart's looking a little better. You can see the higher lows happening. We didn't really get a higher high here, but we'll wait and see what happens here. So that chart doesn't look too bad to me. But anyway, anything else, Cody?
Well, we also got um you can check out Immutable X, IMX.
I like that coin too. I have a nice bag of that stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, anybody that's watching, if you guys have a coin that you guys particularly like, you want us to check out, please leave it in the comment section and we'll check it out for you.
So yeah, IMX. So it broke down below its volume point of control back in beginning of July, and it battled. Wasn't letting it get up above it till just recently here. The end of September, nice little breakout, but broke down. Retesting 25, 50-day moving average, volume point of control. I'd be curious to see it. Who knows? We could have like a golden cross happening here soon.
Oh, that looks really, really good.
It could have a breakout,
That looks like that's set to go.
but we do have some resistance. So we'll see. But if that shoots off,
Hold on, you're
breaks,
not sharing your screen.
I thought I am.
No.
It says I am sharing.
Really?
Yeah.
No.
You're sharing your screen. Let me try a new share. You see it?
Oh, you get okay, I'm sorry. Yeah, you are. You are sharing your screen.
Whew.
Yeah, that was my bad.
So we'll see what happens. But yeah, IMX,
No, I don't know. That looks like that's set to explode.
once it gets above the 200-day moving average here, gets
Yeah.
above that. Right now, that's resistance. And it's actually one, two, three times now it stopped it from breaking above. So, but once it does break above there, we're going to see it up in this range anyway, $2.40 or so. And then who knows?
The
I
market's
think
starting to turn green this morning, by the way.
it is. And the market,
We're on Eastern Standard Time right now, so it's 8 o'clock in the morning. We've been going at
yes.
this since 6:30,
So
and the
I
market is turning green as we speak.
Amex, gotta like it.
WCFG
So
is going green right now too.
I haven't looked at that in a while.
You want to check that one out?
So that
It's
was
only
on my list to add to. Um, if it broke, if I have a nice holding of WCFG, but I was looking at it. I'm like, well, if this thing gets down below 20, down below 30 cents, I'm going to buy some more. But it didn't. It's right now holding around the 32 cents, somewhere in there. But it doesn't look that nice right now. I'll tell you that. Definitely still trending down. But we'll wait and see. I mean, this last one, it's green right now. So it did turn, the candle did turn green for the day so far, but it hasn't had the full day yet.
no,
So, but that chart doesn't look that good to me. But
no, it doesn't.
this is holding as support. So we'll see if this breaks down and it goes below like
The volume point of control. Yeah,
32. Well, it's below it right now, but if it closes, it could, if it breaks down below like 31 cents, we're going to see definitely 20s. Let me zoom out. Let me get more info, see where kind of the support is. So this is on the weekly. So we could see it go down below 20. I mean, 30 cents. It could touch this, 30 cents, 29. It's kind of looking like that's where the price is going to go before it goes up. So we could see 29 cents, 28 cents, probably could go as low as 28, even maybe a little lower. But I think it's definitely going to touch the volume point of control. So if I was looking to build a position, I would place my buy-in price probably around either, 29 cents, anywhere between the 29.8 to 28.5, somewhere in there. I'd be placing a bet there, a bid to buy. But that's if I'm building a position. That's not a trade purchase per se. So anyway, that's WCFG. And then the other one is right now it's FET. That was the artificial super intelligence coin, right? That just came out. It combined their FET, AGIX, and Ocean protocol into one. And they all combined. The concept was they want to go ahead and give Microsoft and all these other major corporations, NVIDIA, a run for their money in the AI sector. So as you can see, it's riding on its volume point and control. What? No, that's the wrong. Yeah, that's FET. What? Hold on, I have the um, wrong chart up. Sorry about that. Yeah, actually, this looks about the same. So it's kind of battling right here to figure out what's going to be support and what's going to be resistance. You have the volume point of control right here is support. You got the 50-day, 200-day, and 20-day all moving averages are all kind of converging right here. So we're just going to have to wait and see. But if these things all convergence go up, this could be a pretty violent upward move. But again, you got to wait till the breakout before you'd want to place a bid if you're trading it. I built a position to hold and possibly liquidate where I think will be a good price for me at the peak of the bull market, somewhere when we're in the bull market. So anyway, but this coin could really take off. AI sector is probably going to be pretty big in this bull run. I think DeFi is going to be pretty big too. So yeah, that's all I got right now, unless you got any other
Yeah.
coins you want to look at.
I
But
mean, there's a whole bunch that we could look at,
oh
but
yeah.
I haven't gotten anything from the chat at all, so
Okay.
I think we pretty much got it. I mean, what I want to do is encourage you guys to put out, comments on some videos that you guys might want us to look up, or coins that you guys might want us to look up and review for this week. That's something that we can definitely do. And then, yeah, but I mean, guys, we're approaching this election, I think it's not going to have a huge impact on the crypto market, but I will say though that I firmly believe that, I mean, this sounds like such a stupid thing to say, but I do firmly believe that if Donald Trump becomes president, it'll help the crypto market. If Harris becomes president, it'll help the crypto market, because the whole point of crypto is for us to have our own financial independence and asset independence, and not have to be solely reliant on the assets that the government gives out. So if you got somebody like Donald Trump who's supporting crypto, that's going to be helpful. If you have somebody who's not supporting crypto necessarily, like Harris, it's going to help, because in the end, crypto wins. So that's the way that I see it. So if you guys are wondering if this election is actually affecting crypto in a negative or positive way, the answer is it's positive regardless. That's my opinion.
Well, yeah, crypto's going to evolve to where it's going anyway. It might take a little longer if one party's in office, you know, from the other. It might take a little longer,
Well, and
but
it's
it's
like
going
we
to end
talked
up the
about.
same place.
It is,
So
but it's like we talked about earlier, though.
I just
Why
want what's his name gone at SEC. So I think if Trump gets in, he's fired. He's
he's
gone.
fired? He is.
Now, if Harris stays in, it's business as usual. He's been there with
Yeah,
Biden administration. I don't think he's going anywhere.
yeah, or maybe he is. I don't know.
I think he's wasting a lot of money
I don't
and
think Harris knows what she's talking about.
he's wasting a lot of money and manpower, time, filing these frivolous lawsuits and all this other things he's doing against the crypto industry.
Yeah, but we will see. I want to start monitoring this stuff as far as like who's talking about what in politics when it comes to cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, Ethereum. I want to follow that really closely, because I think that we're going to see some revolutionary things happen in the next few months
I think
for
so.
crypto. I believe that. I really do. I don't know what they are, but I just
Well,
think that there's been a lot of hot topics
so
that have come up this year.
one story I heard was New York Mellon Bank or whatever, the oldest bank in the
Yeah,
country.
yeah,
I'm pretty sure they're now authorized to be custodians for their customers.
yeah. They're like really
So,
setting up.
so, so that means they can hold their customers' cryptos. They'll have wallets for their customers, crypto
Yeah,
wallets.
yeah.
So,
Well, that's what the generic public, or just your regular moms and pops, that's what all these people care about, is having the security.
or the sense that they have security, like the bank having their crypto wallet for them, that gives them a sense of security. But if something happened, if they don't have the private keys to the wallets, there's a chance that they could lose the crypto that's in there.
Well, that's
But
true too.
but what happens is I think the banks are those accounts are gonna end up being FDIC insured up to a certain
But that's what
bound.
I'm saying. If there's an insurance policy
Yeah.
connected to those assets, then, and that insurance policy, we lost a lot of faith in the fiat bank system when Silicon Valley collapsed. and people didn't realize that they probably shouldn't have had over $1 million in their fiat currency in one single bank when they were only insured for what? It was like 250, I think it was $400,000.
I thought it was 250,000, but yeah,
Sure.
whatever the
But the
value.
point is that they were not insured for a very, very large amount of money in each account. So what they realized was, oh crap, we just lost 50, we basically just lost 50% of our entire bank account, or more,
Right.
and so, if that is the point that I'm trying to make with crypto is if people realize that my crypto asset is insured, that if I can, if something bad happens, if the bank lost the keys, they're not going to, but if they did, or if someone hacked the bank and stole their crypto, it's
Right.
there's actual insurance on that. And so my whole point is this: with Donald Trump, he's all about deregulation. He's all about that. Okay, that's going to be helpful for crypto assets and the growth of crypto. If Harris becomes president, then there's going to be more regulation, but that's also going to help
Well,
push the
there
separation
definitely,
of the people that are involved and not.
I feel this definitely needs to be more regulation right now with
Oh, on the crypto,
cryptocurrency,
yeah, sure. Well, I mean,
right? With the
we got to figure
stable
out the
coins,
tax problems.
with the
The tax
stable
problems are
coins,
insane.
yes. So the tax problems, that's part of that is getting generated.
Like, I hate
Well,
their
I guess
tax
it could be
policies right
based on the
now.
same tax. If you have a asset, like say you're holding USDC on Coinbase and you're getting 4 or 5% by just staking it with them.
Right.
So that to me is just like interest dividends. So
Yeah.
that gets taxed according to the existing tax laws,
Yeah.
right? Then you have like airdrops or when you're staking and you get the coins, again, that's got to be based on the value of the coins that you're getting, the percentage.
Right.
But then that's got to take in consideration what the value of the coin is. So again, that would probably be like interest dividends. But otherwise, it's just like capital gains because they're commodities if you're selling or trading them,
Yeah.
right? So that would be either capital gains or capital losses, short term or long term, which
Yeah.
I got to make sure my stuff is set up for when I start selling some of my crypto that I'm selling. Well, you got to figure that out because you sell the crypto, you want to make sure you're probably selling the crypto that was long term first. So you get hit with a
See,
lot
I
less
think that they
capital
should
gains.
simplify it. I think it should be simplified.
Well, I think
I think
Coinbase, you
it should
can.
be this is like if you pull money out into your government currency, then you should be taxed on that. You shouldn't be taxed on the crypto asset itself because
You're taxed on the money you made.
yes, once it's pulled out into your government currency. So
Right. So you're saying if you move
that's
it to USDC, it shouldn't
I'm
be
saying I
taxed.
don't think there should be long-term capital gains unless it's actually realized as long-term capital gains in
But
your government currency. But if it's if
yeah,
but we're
every
getting taxed, we're
transaction.
getting airdrops. I think you should be taxed on airdrops because that's
Right.
a whole nother that's like you didn't spend the money on that. That's something that was, I get that. I understand that. But when it comes to holding an asset that's a not a government asset, it's not a fiat currency that's connected to your government. It's like holding gold, If I was holding gold, I should not you realize that the gold that we have in our vaults, we're not getting taxed on that until we sell it for fiat currency
Right. Or trade it for something.
or trade it for something. But the thing
So
is they're trying to figure out as we hold our crypto assets on these exchanges or wallets or whatever, they want us to pay long-term capital gains for the holding of those crypto assets, which I think is
no,
bogus.
no, you only pay the long-term capital gains is when you have a transaction with it. That transaction could be you sold it. That transaction could be that you
See, this
traded
is
it for a
the
different
this
crypto,
yeah.
right? So there's a capital
What
gains
happens
event
if okay,
then. But
let's
if you don't do anything, you don't get taxed
well
until you do
let's
have a
simplify it.
transaction.
Let's simplify it. Let's say you have one Bitcoin, okay?
Yep.
Let's say that one Bitcoin you buy for 60,000. All right.
Yep.
let's say that one Bitcoin goes to 120,000. That's 100% gain. All right. Or
Yep.
it's a 1x. All right. You don't spend, you don't move, you don't exchange, you do nothing. You just hold. Okay. You're going to be taxed on that 1x.
You're not, unless you have a transaction.
The
There's no way.
transaction,
There's
the
no way that can
transaction.
happen.
Well, I agree. I just feel like that is the direction that
That's like you getting tax capital gains on
I
your
think that's the
house
direction that the
without selling
Harris,
your house.
yeah, but I think that's
It's
the
not,
direction that Harris is going. Is
there's no
she's
way.
trying,
That's not, if she is, it's a losing battle. There's no way. That would put a precedence on any asset.
I know.
There's
I
no
I
way.
know. I think it's wrong, is what I think.
They're going to tax 401ks before they do something like that. There's no way. There'd be a rebellion
Well, they do tax 401ks.
when you withdraw,
Yes.
but they want to tax
They want to tax everything. That's my point.
everything. Of course, I get it.
And so
Okay,
my point is that
why are you bringing us down?
I'm not bringing us down.
They want to
What I
tax
what
everything.
yeah, what I'm saying is that don't vote for Harris.
This is not a political channel.
I know
uh,
it well, our thumbnail would imply that it is.
kind of, yeah.
Every person that's come on to this video. Anyways, my point is this is that uh I think that it doesn't matter who you vote for. I think crypto is going to be just fine.
Yeah,
That's really the whole point I'm trying to make.
I
It's
think
going to
so.
be just fine. Is
Yeah,
is your particular asset that you're investing in going to be fine? I don't know because we don't know what asset you have.
right.
But
I don't know if my assets are going to be fine.
I mean, lately we've not really been too fine. It's just- there's a
Right?
this is a really weird runaround for crypto. But I think that
It
I think
is
we're late. I honestly think we're late in our growth is what I think.
late in our growth. Well, I guess the growth might have been early. We had big growth
I think that was just the first little
before.
bump. First little bump.
Here, all right. Last time I'm sharing screen.
Here we go.
I think the bump was early, right? Because just Bitcoin, the halving was in April. Okay.
I think we just bumped out of our bull flag there. That's
Here,
what it is.
here's the halving in April, right?
Yeah.
Somewhere in here. Never before had we made a new all-time high in Bitcoin before the halving. Where
Yes.
we did this time. So I think it was a little early, and we went down into the halving, right? And then we had it kind of go up, but now it was pushing against this resistance line. Back down, the bottom held as support, back up, resistance, support, resistance, support, resistance, going back down, but we started having,
That's a 200 day,
yeah, the 200-day, but we started
which we
making
bounced
a new
off of.
high, new high, high, new higher low, new higher high. So now we've broken above it.
Right. We actually bounced off the 200 day this October. So, I mean, we are on schedule. We are actually exactly on schedule.
But we had
We've been
this
talking
big
about
thing.
this for a year now.
So that's where I think this big drive is different in a positive way because
Yeah, but
we
you and I
broke the
actually are
all-time
so
high.
far on track for exactly what we said was going to happen a year ago.
I say August was going to be the peak of the bull market, August 2025, right?
Yeah, well, no, I mean, yeah, that's our future talk. But I'm just
Right.
saying, like, when you and I were hopping on this channel a year ago, this is exactly playing out what we said would happen.
Yes,
We believed that we were going to have a bump up sometime between February and May. We believed that it was going to just go sideways until fall. And now look at it. It's breaking
that's
out.
true.
That's exactly what we talked about. That's exactly what's happening.
It is. Yes.
So
So
it's, I mean, that's, and I truly believe that we're going to see it continue to increase all through 2024, past the election into 2025, where we're going to have a similar experience of what we saw in 2017.
We are going to have some ups and downs. We're still
Of
going to
course we
see
are. It's the most
probably
volatile thing ever.
we're probably still going to have several 20 to 40% drops in Bitcoin price when this
Yeah.
starts moving. It's going to get volatile.
Yeah. Yep.
So,
But anyways, I'm sorry that I'm making things political, Brian. But the reality is that we are in a political world right now where everything that everybody thinks about and talks about now at work, at home, on the news is political bullcrap. And it's
right.
just like, but I think that it's very important because of what's happening with crypto. I mean, I seriously, I've never seen crypto such a hot topic in the
And
political world than this year. This year is a massive, massive boost for uh,
oh,
the advertisements of cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, Ethereum.
oh yes.
They're doing like, when was the last time you had a president go to some kind of a convention for cryptocurrency? It was Bill Clinton back in 2019, something like that. He was doing a special little thing for Ripple. Other than that, I mean, all of these presidential candidates have been talking about it.
Right. They
And
have
I'm
to
very curious to
because there's
see.
so many people now involved with cryptocurrency that believe in it that could have election
Well, there's a lot of presidential candidates, you know,
election could decide elections in some
well,
areas.
they're all holding it. You know that everybody's holding crypto. I mean, they're all holding it.
They gotta be.
They are. And you know that, and I seriously think there's a very, very serious, if you were to look at the severity of the people in the back of all these political figures, they're saying we have got to be holding as much of this as we possibly can because it is a race to who has it's like a race to gold again. You know, it's like when all the
Yeah.
countries were racing to gold,
Well,
who
that
has the
goes.
most gold in their, banks from country to country. I seriously think that that's now with crypto. It's like who has the most crypto? And like that there's a big rate. No one sees that. No one's hearing about that on the news. But that is, I believe, not a conspiracy. I believe that is what is happening. And I think that, you know, countries like China are playing it out like, oh, we don't care about it.
Bullshit.
You know, we don't care about it. They care
Yeah.
about it,
Oh
you
yeah.
know?
Definitely.
So, anyways, I'm really excited to see what's going to happen. I think it's a really exciting thing when you start seeing people saying, like Trump, when he's saying, I want to be the first crypto president. I want to know what that means. I want to see what that means.
Well, let's see if we can find out come November.
Yeah, totally,
Just
totally excited
just
about that.
everybody go out and vote. I don't care who
Everybody,
you
no,
vote for. Just
seriously,
go do your
thank you.
patriotic duty and
Thank
go
you.
vote for yourself and don't let your vote be stolen.
Thank you.
That's it.
Yes.
And whoever wins wins.
If you guys
And
can,
and, and we live another 4 years until the next election.
seriously, please, please vote.
Right.
Like, do you realize how
That's
many
it.
people are not voting because of how upset they are?
They don't like their candidate and they can't vote for the other candidate, so they just decide I'm not voting.
I would do exactly what Dave Ramsey said. I was listening to him
Vote and
recently.
write someone in.
This is what Dave Ramsey did, and I totally agree with him. Get a list, put Kamala, put Trump, write down the pros and cons of the two that matter to you the most. Whoever has the most pros, vote for that person.
But
Think,
I've heard this
think about
several
your
times that
economic system, everything, policies, everything. But go
people
vote. Don't
aren't
just sit at
voting.
home.
They're not voting for candidates because they personally do not like the candidate because they just don't like the personality of the candidate, whatever. They don't like them. So even though their candidate may be worse than the one that they don't like, they can't vote for the one they don't like because they just don't like them. They don't care if the person's going to help their agenda or help what they want to see the country go towards or not. They don't like them, so they don't vote. And that to
Right.
me is you got to take the emotion out of your vote, right?
Yeah.
Whether it's for Harris or Trump, take the emotion out of the vote and just vote for, like you said, what's going to best fit your needs.
But if you like crypto and you want to see crypto succeed
You
more,
have,
Trump is honestly, I'm not saying that just
yeah,
because I'm voting Trump. I'm saying that because that is the truth. He's the only one in this race that has actually stood up for crypto, and he's got a team that stands up heavily for crypto.
yes.
A huge team. So it's, I'm just saying, if you're a crypto person, you're gonna want to vote Trump. It doesn't matter who you vote for. In the end, crypto is going to be fine. But I still think that if you want things to succeed and go better economically, that is the answer. So, anyways,
All right.
we can stop talking about it now. But hey guys, thanks for watching the channel. If you guys could please leave a like, and put something in the comments once we post this. Like, what do you want us to look up for you guys? You want us to look up some coins, talk about it? We can do a special review, a shout out for you for this week, whatever.
Or we can talk about, rainbows and sunshine.
We
I
can
don't
talk about
care.
rainbows. We can talk about the comet that just went past,
Or or the northern lights that
or the
the
northern lights that
Northeast
keep
have been
appearing
seeing.
out of nowhere. These solar flares, dude. What is happening right now in the Northeast? I don't
I
know
don't
what's
know.
happening.
It's,
It's really exciting.
yes, it is.
Brian, thank
Anyway,
you for looking up all these different
oh, my
coins and
pleasure.
dealing with my bull crap. But I love it, dude. I absolutely love it.
So do I. Everybody, I
So,
hope you enjoyed the video today. Going
yes,
live with my buddy Crypto Cody.
yes, yes. And we will be back next week. We're going to put out some videos, some shorts, whatever.
Yes, we are. All
So,
right.
love you guys. Have an
Everybody have
awesome
a
week.
great weekend.
Yep.
Take
See
care.
ya.